everyone, I'm Melanie of Art Studio 320. Welcome back and welcome if you've never been here before. I am so glad all of you are here. I have a very special video today. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, something I have been drawing for years now, and I really enjoy it, and I really want to share with you the benefits of drawing a mandala. Yes, I said that correctly. It is weird, it feels pretentious, but mandala is the correct pronunciation. Mandala is also an acceptable pronunciation. I'm learning, and it all began with a movie. The movie is 7 Years in Tibet. It happens to be one of my favorites. Yes, it's one of my favorites, not only because of Brad Pitt, but because of the story. I'm very intrigued by the history of Tibetan monks, and I think if you haven't seen it, you should. The concept behind a mandala is in part about prayer and meditation. It's intricate work. It's working with sand if you are doing it the proper way. You can click on the links below that I have put there just for you so that you can learn more about mandalas. This is one of my mandalas. This is a coloring book that I created couple of years ago, and I'm very proud of it. And if you would like to see more of this, you can check out my website. On my channel, it will be in the upper right hand corner of my banner, or you can check out the website here. And I will put a link to my website in the comments below. So there you go, you have 3 different choices. So check out my coloring book. You can purchase it on my website, and I will ship it right out to you. So today, you will see me create a mandala all in one sitting. Whew, I don't usually do that. Sometimes it takes me months to create. This one took me a very long time because I took my time. I wanted it to be very intricate. We are not going there today. I want you to learn the basics of drawing a mandala, and I know that you can learn how to do this, and I also know you will be hooked. Please consider subscribing to my channel. You help me out when you do that. And if you ring the bell, you will be notified of any new videos that I have coming out. I put one out every week, and it could be about drawing or painting, or it could even be about refinishing furniture. So check them out, and I think it's time to get started. I thought I'd start today by showing you a few of my mandalas that are in progress. When I can't think of something to do, I move on to the next one. And some of these may take me months to complete, but today I am going to complete one all in one sitting. This is an Alvin compass that I'm using. I've been using it for years, but you certainly don't need one that's expensive. Any compass that's dependable will work. I'm picking out the center of the paper that I'm going to put the point of the compass in. Here is the wheel of the compass that adjusts the size of the circle. There's even little arms for different angles. I won't be using those today. One end of the compass has a pencil and the other has a metal point. The first thing you're going to do is take that point and put it somewhere close to the center. And then you can adjust that spot depending on where your compass falls, so you can get the biggest circle you can draw. Once you have that center, once you feel comfortable, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It only has to look good to you. You can draw your first circle. Normally I would start with the largest circle, but I had a little extra room, so I added one on. Next, I move towards the center. I have no rules about how many circles, where I put my circles. It's all how I'm feeling at that moment. Once I have the circles the way I want them, I start my drawing. I like to use Pigma Micron pens. They come in very fine points. I'm starting with a 0.02. The smallest I've seen is 0.005, and the largest I've seen is a 0.08 in this set. I start in the middle and I work my way out. I don't plan ahead of time, so I suggest you just get in there and start. What you see me doing is eyeballing, kind of measuring and marking with just a small dot some spots that I want to anchor my lines. These drawings over the years have become kind of a training exercise in measuring with my eyes. And I really recommend you try it because it isn't about perfection. It's about how it makes you feel. The idea here is kind of to meditate and relax and think of a way to create a mandala without perfection. I know that sounds weird, but it's not about perfection. It's about illusion, really. It's about creating something that looks symmetrical, but if you cut it in half and really looked, it probably would not be. In fact, I know it wouldn't be because I don't use a ruler. And the idea behind it is not to be symmetrical, but to create balance without symmetry. The easiest way to film an entire drawing is to put it on time-lapse. However, when I play the time-lapse, you really can't see the details of what I'm doing. So what I did is I slowed it down, which makes it appear kind of herky-jerky. But at the same time, it's kind of a cool way to see a drawing, not at high speed, but it's definitely faster than if I were to do it in real time. Now, if I wanted to just impress you, I would put it on time-lapse and you wouldn't really see much of anything, but you would see a drawing appear before your eyes. But that's not what this video is about. This is to show you how to draw a mandala yourself. For this drawing, it's at this point that kind of a theme emerges. That's not always the case, so don't worry if that doesn't happen for you. I started to feel a whimsy about the drawing, kind of circus-like. I don't know what that means, except that it made me want to just draw it kind of whimsical. So from here, I have more of a clear idea of where I want to go. I don't have an end game, but I do have a path. And that's what I mean when I say I let the drawing kind of speak to me. Another way of saying I let go. And you'll find that there is a path that emerges. There's a feeling of freedom with this attitude, this idea of just staying in the moment and seeing how you feel about your next move instead of having it all planned out. It's liberating. Give it a shot. And it might come naturally to you, and it might not. And that's okay, because art is all about practicing, and it's all about learning. And learning is one of the best ways to keep your mind fresh and alive. You may have something that happens to you that you aren't quite happy with. This ribbon that I'm creating, you can see it's a little off balance. It's a little heavy on the one side where there's a lot of twists. So what I do is I don't stop, and I use just my pens so that I am forced to figure out a way to make it work. And I promise you, if you try this, you will find a way to make it work and maybe even make it better. When I'm all finished with my drawing, I take my pink pearl eraser and I erase all of those lines that I created with my compass. And then I have a completed drawing. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I know if you sit down and just start drawing, get your compass out, make some circles, make little ones, practice. I think that you will get hooked. This is something that's really dear to my heart because it relieves stress. And I know that we all carry a lot of that around. You just need to practice letting go. Thanks so much for being here today. See you next time.